The opinions expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host and participants and do not reflect the views of Taunton Community Access and Media, Inc., its management, or directors. Hi, welcome to Charlie Flannery Presents. I'm your host, Charlie Flannery, and my guest today is Mr. William Ayers. Can I call you Bill?
Yes, you may.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
And Bill is a writer, also does some acting and directing and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh yeah, a little bit of everything. A writer, started as an actor, became a writer, then I climbed on as a director, producer. Now I'm working on editing.
Editing is tough.
It can be.
It's an art form.
It
it's
is.
an art form in itself.
You need a really sharp eye to make something look really, really sweet.
I took one class here at TCAM.
Nice.
They do a lot of outreach to the community and try to train people in utilizing the equipment and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And I took a one-day seminar in editing, and I had a partner that I was teamed up with.
Okay.
And Zach Swain, chief technician extraordinaire, he was there like a mama cat, hovering over our shoulders to help. And we had like 1 minute of stock footage of an enduro race, the bicycles just going round and round.
Oh, that would be
Another minute of stock footage of the people showing up for the event and getting the equipment ready and setting up and all that, and then a music track.
Okay.
And we spent 4 hours editing together a 1 minute clip. And I know that was just cool, but I mean, I just realized what's involved. And I've seen some guys that can just whiz, bang, bang, snap, snap.
Also, too, I mean, editing is, like you said, it's an art form, but if you have a really good eye on what you're working with and the footage that you have, you can pinpoint what's going to look good, you can nail what's going to sound good. And with the, because I'm editing a current piece for Miss Audrey Noon. And it's a short film of hers called Dinner's Ready. And she wrote it to be a comedy, but the way it was all pieced together, the way it looked in the after effect, it looked more suspenseful than it did comical, but the music that she introduced into it then suggests, oh, okay, now it's a comedy. So it sort of depends on what you use in regards to the clips, the music. And music can make an entire difference when you're editing.
Oh, yeah.
Music makes a world of difference.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've worked with some people, and that are good at editing, and it's the dumbest little background track.
Oh, it can be stupid.
Adds so much drama and dimension,
But it can also, if you use the wrong music, or if you think you have the right soundtrack from the file there, and the voice is too low, so you gotta really piece everything together the right way. So, sound has a lot to do with this. Music has a lot to do with it. If you get the wrong music, the movie is gonna go down in flames. It is.
So, what got you involved with writing in the beginning?
Actually, in the beginning, I started as an actor, and one key person is a major role model in my life, and that's Gene Hackman. Oh yeah, that's how I started with acting.
Wow.
And writing, I took a hand at writing because I love the art of creating it, your own little world, your own characters, your own situations. It could be a car chase, it could be an argument, it could be a love, it could be whatever it is. But it's the fact that It's your creation, it's your creativity, and you're the one you're the person that's piecing it all together. Because with all films, independent, big Hollywood features, it all stems from the writer. It all starts with the writer.
Now, you're staring at a blank piece of paper, or talking into an iPhone, whatever it may be. I've had some writers tell me that they start from the ending. They like to know how it's going to end first, and they work backwards. Other people use different approaches.
I've heard of that. I have heard of that. I have heard of that, that some writers work backwards. I mean, I've gotten my inspiration from screenplays from all different areas. I've got it from, actually, I've got one screenplay, a full film, from a Justin Timberlake song, believe it or not. And there was a rock and roll band who had one quote in their song. It was one verse. And I got an entire film out of that.
Wow.
Out of a verse of a song.
Nice.
And what I did is, and I even got the title of it out of each word in the song too. So I took each letter out of the word, put it together, and came up with the film name.
They're not listening, so you don't have to worry about copyright infringement or anything like that.
Oh,
you know? You're safe. You're safe. So, when did you first put one of your stories onto film?
The first one had to be about almost 15 years ago, and that's when I began writing and shooting my TV pilot called Tribe. And it's Law and Order meets Supernatural. So you have a supernatural police crime drama where you don't know what these detectives are, but there's something unnatural. There's something a little bit unnatural about what each detective is.
There's something enduring about the buddy cop movie, though.
Exactly.
You know, no matter what the setting is, you know?
But I mean, you have, because it centers around this unit that was pulled together, but each one doesn't know what the other cop has done in the past. One's very suspicious. One actually is a vampire. One has a demon as a protector. It has a lot of supernatural in it. And I actually got an idea for a mafia film, and a lot of my friends have been saying to me, you know, they're sick and tired of the mafia films, and a lot of them said, I like yours because you did something different to it, because it's vampire mafia, and that's what the mafia family is.
Blood-sucking bloodsuckers.
Actually, I like that. That's a good log line for that.
I can see that coming across the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Coming attractions.
I like that.
Blood-sucking bloodsuckers.
Blood-sucking bloodsuckers.
Remember, you heard it first. You know? Aren't you glad you came on?
Oh, trust me, I'm very happy to be here. Yeah. I am.
I'm happy to be anywhere. So you brought a couple of things for us to look at. This first thing that we're going to take a look at is called...
It's called Humanity. And it's a small piece that can be stretched out into a feature film, hopefully if the right person sees it and gets their attention. But it's not supernatural. It's kind of like the end of the world, and it's like the last two races remaining. And it's about between the races of the humans and the vampires, and ultimately who's going to survive? Who's going to survive out of these two?
What does it really matter? No.
Sure, yeah. Does it really matter?
There'll be a story to follow.
Hopefully there will be, yes.
But so you brought a little taste of that for us?
I did.
Let's see if we can get Zach to cue that up for us, and let's all take a look. Don't go away.
there's nothing left here. There's no one here. Why am I still here?
Who is that?
Someone here with me?
Look, it sounds like we're both exhausted.
Who are you?
Tired. Just like you.
There has to be some light switch here. I found something.
Now you see.
A soul stealer.
That I am. Holy man.
Where do you hail from?
Dignity is my home. And you?
Humanity is mine. I think we both know that only one of us will walk out of here.
Yes. But which one?
Wow. Nice job, Bill.
Thank you.
Hey, was that
That
Artie
was,
Goldberg?
that was Artie Wahlberg, yep.
Oh my
That was
God.
Artie Wahlberg.
Artie Goldberg. That was an agent I had years ago.
Oh, there you go.
Artie,
Even
I'm
better.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll never work this town again.
Oh, trust me, I'm sure he'll forgive you for that.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Him and his wife Jennifer, nice people.
Oh, Jennifer is very, very good. Actually, speaking of Jennifer, we just finished a short film last year, and Jennifer was one of the key figures in it. It's a mafia short film. I unfortunately don't have this with me. Oh, I'm so sorry, folks. But it's a short...
Teaser.
Teaser, I know. Teasing you. But it will be premiering very, very soon. It's a short mafia film called The Test. And out of Board 5, it includes Jennifer Giulimetti, Bobby Kenny, Robert DeCicco, Alex Cash, and Roderick Wilmore as Board 5,
Wow,
the Mafia
a lot
5.
of talent there.
Oh, actually, that has one of the best. The Test has one of the best cast and crews I've ever worked with. It has because it has one of the strongest cast members ever that I've ever been fortunate to work with. I mean, that's 5 of the best actors I've ever seen.
You're not going to name names because we're going to hurt 4 other people if you're naming names saying the best ever I've worked with.
Well, I'm not going to say like the best I've worked with, and
Well, you can go ahead. Give the name and let the others suffer. You know, no.
I mean, out of those 5, out of
Tough
those
choice.
5,
That's a tough
that's
choice.
a tough choice because you have 5 extraordinary actors right there. I mean, Jennifer pulled off something really, really interesting with the character. She made it sexy, but still intense.
She has a lot of range.
She has. Some people might even say she has too much range. But Jennifer is an extraordinary actress, and I had her in mind for a feature film that I already finished writing, and it's still. I'm still working on possibly casting it and producing it to try and film it, called The Family. No relation, in no way is this connected to Robert De Niro's film. But this is actually...
Does he have a small cameo in it?
I wish he did.
Yeah.
But, no, to film this, I would love Jennifer if she had that opportunity to play the lead daughter in this, because she would really, really make it come to life.
How much footage do you have, or how much have you edited so far of the test?
Actually, the test is completely edited. It's all finished.
And how much time does it run right now?
It's 34 and a half, about 34 minutes. It's
Well,
about,
that's a good length.
it is good length. For a short film, it rolls almost to being a feature. And,
Edited by 10 minutes, you got a TV show,
oh yeah, that's true.
you know?
That's right. Yeah, you got a half-hour TV show right
Got
there.
an episode right there, babe.
Thank you, Alex.
Law and Order, here we go.
Oh yeah, or at least half an hour of Law and Order, and you're all set. But no, I mean Alex Cash, she did a great job on editing it. Thank you, Alex.
He's good.
He's very, very talented.
There's no
and
lightweights. I can't.
He's
you know,
crazy.
whoever you name from that crew, I'm gonna say they're good. I can't. You know, Bobby Kenny, the greatest.
Oh
Rod Wilmore,
man,
oh my God,
that
you know.
guy is psychotic. I mean, he is all over the place. You see him in one film, you see him in another film, you see him here, 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 here. And let's not go with Robert DeCicco. That guy is very, very good. His singing is unbelievable. His voice is really, really good. I heard both Robert DeCicco singing and Alex Cash, and they're both very, very good.
Robert DeCicco has a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days it will find his throat. No, just kidding. Just kidding, Bob. I love you. You know, I really do. I really do. You know.
Rob, you didn't hear me say that.
But
I will say this. I want to get your attention when saying this. One definite wish that I've always wanted, even if this ended my acting and writing, one desire I would always want to do, to either be in a film with or write and direct a film for and direct it, to be face-to-face like this with Gene Hackman. If I had that man in one of my films before we say goodbye to him, that I'd say goodbye to my acting forever.
his role as, was it Bill in The Unforgiven?
Oh, Little Bill, yeah.
Little Bill.
The Tilted Hollison, the Crooked
Oh my
Hollison.
God. I mean, The Unforgiven is one of my top 5 movies ever. If I was stranded on a desert island, let's see, I have to count The Unforgiven, Godfather 1 and 2. We're going to count
Oh,
that as one.
God.
That counts as one. That counts as one. Then Saving Private Ryan. Then, if I got to narrow it down to just one last choice, what could it be?
That's
Psycho.
tough.
Psycho.
Psycho is definitely, that's definitely my top 20, I know that.
You know,
But
my father's my father, God bless him. His 2 favorite movies of all time: Casablanca and Porky's.
I love them both.
About a dichotomy,
I love them
you know,
both. I
you
love
know?
them both. Because actually, Humphrey Bogart is one of my 3 all-time favorite actors. There's Gene Hackman, Humphrey Bogart, and believe it or not, folks, Richard Gere, one of my all-time favorite actors. And I mean, because to me, and I got to point this out too, this is how I feel. I think Hollywood is losing a great deal of touch on writing some really fabulous screenplays. Because what we've seen them do over the many years is they've just regenerated old films. They regenerated TV shows. And honestly, you want to see a lot of new material. You've seen a lot of new independent filmmakers, which is really, really good for us. Because we need something like that. We need new voices to come out. Because I think a lot of writers are losing a lot of what they said in the past. They're just rehashing old films.
One thing that comes up in conversation a lot with other people that are involved with film or writing is what's occurred is insofar as like the quality, the caliber of talent, writing talent that's gravitated to TV over the past dozen or so years. It's just unbelievable.
Oh, no, it isn't. Actually,
know?
yeah, you got my wish right there. That's what I'm looking to be as a writing, a television writer. To like Law and Order, CSI, or even one of my favorites of all time, Criminal Minds. The show is phenomenal. And actually, they had competitions, and I had written a piece for both Law and Order and Criminal Minds. So I'm hoping that something works out for that too.
I have a cousin who's an actress down in New York City.
Really?
And she's been on Law and Order 4 times.
Oh,
Speaking parts, too.
very, very
You know,
good. You
not-
can't help it.
not-
You can't
not
say
major-
no to that.
Not major parts. Like one time she was a jury foreman and she got to say, we find Bill Ayers guilty.
What did I do?
You know, well, you, come on, just name it. You know, you did it. But, you know, and then another time she was a witness in the park and da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah.
But she works constantly, you know.
It builds
and,
up though too. I mean, even if you have small bits like that, it builds up and it says something.
I think one of the things I see on the horizon is within the next year to 2 years, with New England studios coming up, what Boston really needs is a couple of good, strong episodics. You know,
Oh,
to
yeah.
augment not just the film, the films that come in, but a couple of solid series. You know, and
I mean, even if it's strong to the point of it could be a strong dramatic, or it could be a outrageous comedy, or something very, very adventurous. But I mean, if we had something continuous like Law and Order or Criminal Minds on our end, on the independent writers' end, just rotating it online and continuously filming it, shooting it, releasing it, you're going to get attention from it pretty soon.
And I think Boston, as far as like Boston talent, I mean, you know, you look at guys like the Wahlbergs,
Oh yeah.
you know, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, you know, Conan O'Brien,
Oh, yeah.
Jay Leno.
It's filled with,
You know,
yep.
there's no one that's going to say Boston, that's a shanty town. They're not going to find any talent there. They know there's
Look
caliber.
what came out of it. Yeah, look at the talent that came out of Boston.
And one of the things I'd like to see is, you know, when a lot of these films do come through, these mega films, I'd like to see them. I think we're only a year or two away from them hiring more and more local actors, not for just background work, but for the smaller speaking roles. You know, yeah, the restroom is through that door on the left. You made $1,000 a day instead of $300. There's that
Right.
kind of. Well,
that's what you want,
I've
yeah.
seen them fly in people to deliver a line like that to 50
Oh yeah.
people I know.
And then they're out
You know.
the door. It's like they fly them down here. They
Yeah.
say that one line. They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're gone for the day. They're done. And I mean, that's what you want. You want something good and uprising like that, because so you can build your resume, you can build your portfolio, you can build your reel. You want something good and solid and strong where you can that's going to speak for you, so you don't have to sit there and explain anything to them.
Speaking of good and solid and strong, you brought another little clip for us to watch, right?
Yes, I did.
And this one's called
This one is called 10.
10.
This is called 10. It's a feature horror film, but I brought the trailer today.
Good.
And I wanted to give people a nice little taste about what this horror film is like. And I'll give you the verse about it right there. 10 friends, 10 days, 10 ways to die.
Let's take a look at it. Zach, can you cue that up for us?
Where is she? Wait, I don't know that.
Let him go. We'll follow him.
Helen!
You dumb son of a bitch, you said that place was closed.
It is closed. Oh, really? Then why are Andrew and his friends staying there?
We probably blew our chance at the record contract.
Hello? Come on, guys. This shit ain't funny.
Billy, I'm telling you, that was good.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love the editing in that too.
Oh,
Bang, boom, bang.
Nicholas
everything.
James, one of the actors from in the film, and actually one of the actors from the test too. He edited that. He filmed it. He was a DP for that, so he did a lot of work for that movie. Editing that film was not easy for him because we shot everything all at the same time, and then he got handed all the footage all at once. So instead of editing it piece by piece by piece like that, just a little bit at a time, he just got everything thrown at him.
Kind of like me with my accountant at tax time.
Exactly. It's like,
Just a
here,
paper bag.
here's everything.
Yeah.
Just take care of it. And it took over a year to edit that film.
Wow.
It took almost, I think, 2 years to edit the entire film. When it was done, when it was all said and done, and it may not have been Casablanca. It may not be Friday the 13th, but it was the best that he could get it, and I am very happy with the way it came out.
What do you do for funding for some of your projects?
For my projects, I do a lot of my own funding, and I know that there are some online funding websites that you can go to talk to people about funding for your project. And there's like multiple sites, so it's like a little too hard to pinpoint which one. But
I had Ben Prue on here, director.
yeah,
I had him on here a few weeks back, and he's really into the crowdfunding thing. Honest to God, he told me he had gotten $5 from a few friends to give them a shout out.
yeah.
We spent the entire 30 minutes. It was like, I want to give a shout out to Bill Ayers. I want to give a shout out to Bobby Kenny. I want to give a shout out to Jennifer Giuliani. Hey, you know, he must have made $2,000 on the show. Just kidding, he wasn't like that. But it's glad that you can self-fund, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's not the easiest thing to do, and I mean, it does take some time to build up the funds for your film, but it also depends on what you're filming and what you need for the filming too. I mean, if you're doing a film that requires a lot of dramatic vampire makeup or something like that for the actors, and if you have like 10 actors that need makeup, you're looking at a costly film there. So you're going to need people that's going to be able to come in and help you out with that for a major film like that. Because for the family, there's the 5 family members, then there's various other characters that are going to require. So that's going to, if I shot the family, that would be a costly project for me to do. It would cost take some time to do that film. I mean, but it went from a short film, it went to a feature film, and then there was an idea for a concept of a TV show. And this is what I have in mind too, to work with the family. And if anyone out there is listening to take into consideration about that, what I plan on doing with the family is doing it episodically. So it's like every 10 pages of the script, you take out 10 pages, work with that, and make an entire season out of it. So you have 8 seasons worth of that film right there then.
Okay.
So you have an 86, 90-page film, a script, that you can make into 8 or 9 seasons, simply by breaking it down like that.
Wow. I mean, there are so many things open for people today. You know,
Oh, there are.
it's just the sky's the limit. Things have changed. The technology that's available and accessible compared to 10 years ago. Bill,
Oh, man.
listen, man, I can't, we're only a half-hour show. I
Yeah.
can't believe we've worked our way through the entire segment, but I really want to thank you
Oh,
for
I had a
coming
blast
on
being
today.
here. I did. I had a blast being here, and I want to give my shout out to the cast and crew of 10, The Test, Tribe, and anybody and everybody that I've worked with. And a very special shout out to Miss Brina Healy for some very, very good headshots.
She's good.
She's very good.
I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today to Charlie Flannery Presents. And if you have an idea for a show, please send an email along to Charlie Flannery verizon.net. In the subject line, put "Be a Guest." Give me a little breakdown of what you'd like to talk about, and we may have you here one day on Charlie Flannery Presents. Until then, stay safe.